So guys, I was just wondering, what if I give you a strategy? What if I give you a strategy that is 90% price action and a strategy that is 10% candlestick psychology? What would you do with this type of a strategy? Would you take it seriously? Would you practice it over and over and over again until you master this strategy and use it to make millions for yourself? This is a question you need to answer. And if your answer is yes, then you need to watch this video till the end so you don't miss out on any important detail. Right here, I have a strategy, I have a setup on the screen, and shortly I'm going to take you to the screen to see exactly what the setup is, and I'm going to do my best to break down everything about the setup. I'm going to identify the key levels, I'm going to read the whole price action, and of course I'm going to place a trade right before your eye, and we are all going to wait for the trade to play out at the end, and I'm going to explain everything again in detail, the reason why I have placed this trade, so you can practice. You can go back to your screen and back test and master the strategy. This is one strategy that can make you a fortune in the binary option market, so you don't want to miss out on this strategy at all. So the most important thing you are going to do is you are going to need to practice the strategy. You have to pay good attention to everything I have to explain about the strategy, and you can go back to your screen and test it and master it, and you are going to see that it is going to change the way you see trading in general. So if you're here for the first time and this sounds interesting to you, do where to hit the like button so this video can reach out to more people like you. Of course, there are people like you who are looking for content like this. If you don't want to continue to see this type of content again in the future, consider subscribing to this channel, turn on that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our important live trading sections. So that being said, guys, let us start. So the first thing we will do is we are going to try to analyze this chart. You can see that this is a Euro GB currency pair, and this is the 1 minute candle time frame, as you can see, and we will be placing our trade, and it is going to run for a period of 5 minutes. I have that set up, and the next thing is to try to analyze this whole chart. That is the first thing you are going to do each time you want to trade, so that you can know what is more likely to happen in the market. You know, trading is a probability business, okay? So you have to identify, you have to try to know what's going on in the market so that you can know the type of trade that has the highest probability of winning. So if you look at this trend, you will see that this was an uptrend for some time, and then you can see that for sure you already know that in an uptrend we are going to have higher lows. So now this is a higher low, you see, and the market was unable to create a new high here. Then this higher low was broken. This is a broken structure, like already know. If you have been following the channel, you should already know this by now. So this is a broken structure, and then again the market rose again, it broke this high, unable to break this other high again, and then the market fell down and break this again. So now this is a low, now this is a lower low. You can see that now the market has not shifted to a downtrend, because now we are not having a low. This is a lower low, and again this is a lower low. So we can say that the price is now in favor of the seller. So what do we do in this type of market condition? We have to wait for what will happen, because we are going to, of course, going to trade only in favor of the sellers in this type of market condition. So you can see that the retracement phase is currently going on, which is, for me, is a very positive phase. Like I already told you, that in the retracement phase, when we're having a downtrend, we are going to have a mini uptrend, which is an uptrend on the lower scale. That's exactly what is going on here right now. So it may either be like this, or it will be a range, which means the market will be stretching on a straight line. If we don't have that, we are going to have, of course, a mini uptrend situation. So in this condition, we are having a mini uptrend, you can see that if you zoom in, we see that this is a minor option situation, because we are seeing this is a low, this is a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You see? So what we are going to wait for in this type of market condition is a broken structure, like what we have on the higher scale. You see, when this level was broken, that's why the market is now falling down, because this is a higher low broken by the market, then again broken. So you can see that if a structure like this is broken, it is going to be a shift of the market. So we are going to wait for the market to do the same thing on this lower scale, and we are going to place some trade. So this is everything about this strategy, this setup, and we are going to wait now until we have all the evidences to place this trade. For now, we don't have any of these evidences yet. The next thing we wait for now is the price to break this level. So I'll make this white. All right, now all is set. So the next thing is to wait. So do well to watch the entire video so you don't miss out at all. At the end of this waiting, I'm going to place this trade, and of course we will explain everything about the setup so you can apply the same when you have decided to trade. So sit back, relax, and let's wait. So guys, I have placed this trade, and I'm going to explain why I have placed this trade here right now. And this is not going to be a complicated trade. I'm very for sure, and we are just going to wait for the next 5 minutes for this trade to run out, and I'm going to explain why I decided to place my trade here. I was going to place my trade on this level like I told you earlier, but we will see what happens, and at the end of this trade I'm going to explain again why I placed my trade. So let's wait. Guys, we have won this trade, but before I explain this trade, I would like to know that our original setup is still very much intact, or should I use that word? I mean, our original setup is still very much valid. I was going to place my trade if I have a breakout from this trend line, but as I was waiting, something happened. You see, the price got to this my trend line here, and of course it was expected to bounce again, and I was expecting to break this level when I had all these weaknesses, but it didn't happen. Instead, this is a very strong bullish candle in favor of the buyers. It broke far above all these weaknesses you can see here, and this is also a great chance to go for a buy trade in favor of the buyers, but it is quite risky. You know why? Let me tell you. The reason why it's risky is because this is not a buyer's market. You can see that the price is now falling in favor of the sellers, and going for a trade that is in favor of the buyer is quite risky. I'm not saying you may not win trade in these circumstances, but I'm just saying that the chances of getting a win is quite slim because the price has now been in favor of the sellers for some time, and placing the trade in favor of the sellers is quite on the safer side. So I had this strong entry, and you can see that the price rose. If I place a trade here, I would have won, but no, I won't take a trade like that. And I always tell you not to place a trade, a buy trade, if the price is in favor of the sellers. Don't do that. It is not risk. It is very risky. So the price rose. It came all the way up to this level, and you can see that this is a very positive weaknesses in the market. You see, the price got here. See this candle? The price got here up to this level, and it fell down and closed midway the entire price. You can see that if you look, the wicks is the same size with the body of this candle. This is a sign that the sellers have stepped in very strongly, and they are trying to take charge of this very zone. And you know, so now this next candle also opened, and it fell all the way down. The sellers pushed it, then the buyers also came and pushed it again in their favor, and it closed the same level where it had opened. Pay good attention. You can see that this is a gravestone. You can see this is a gravestone. It closed the same place where it has opened. This candle is a type of candle that is indicating indecision in the market. You see, if you see a candle like this in a very key level of the market, if it is the buyer zone or in the seller zone, it represents indecision, which means that we may not know, or we don't know what the price will do next. And you see, the next candle opened, and of course the buyers pushed it all the way down, all the way up to this level, and the seller stepped in and pushed it down to this level, and it closed in favor of the sellers. You see that the weaknesses are above, which means that the sellers pushed all the market all the way down out of the buyer zone, and this candle has closed in favor of the sellers again. This next candle, similar thing happened, and you can see that this is a sign that the sellers are losing momentum, and the buyers are losing momentum, and shortly the sellers may take charge. So when I was noticing all these weaknesses, what I did was I have to plot this horizontal level on this candle. This is the previous candle that the buyers has won. So I had to align out both the wicks, where the price got to the previous time and where the wick are. So I had to spot that out, and the strategy is to wait for the market or the price to close below this level, and if that happens, the price is going to fall down. So that was exactly what I did. The price came all the way down, and it closed below. You see, barely it closed. I placed my trade, and you can see now that the price is falling. So this is everything about the strategy. I took this trade because the price was in a key level where the seller has may likely take charge. Please take note, I take this trade in the level where the sellers are most likely to take charge. That was why I placed this trade. Otherwise, I wouldn't have placed a trade here. I would have waited for the price to get here and break this level so I can place my trade. So this setup is still very much active, but for the purpose of time, I'm not going to wait to take this trade. So this video don't get too long. I don't want this video to get too long. So this is everything about the strategy. This is everything about the setup. I hope you've learned something and you can apply the same when you have decided to trade. So if you have any questions regarding this trade setup, do well to drop them on the comment section. I'm very good at replying to comments on the comment section. If you're here for the first time and you enjoyed this content, do well to smash the like button. This helps this video to reach more people like you. 90% of people who are trading are still struggling, they are still losing money consistently. So if this video gets to them, it may be of great help. So do well to hit that like button so this video can get to those people. And if you're here for the first time and you want to continue to see this type of content again in the future, then you should consider subscribing to this channel, and most importantly, turn on the bell icon so you'll be the first to see this content when they are uploaded. So on this note, I'm going to end this video here, and I will definitely see you again next time. But till then, make sure you keep trading, make sure you keep working hard, and have a good day.